Hey man, what's got you off in your phone there?
Oh, just going through all the funny Mothman memes and supernatural shit posts I've been wanting to share. I just don't know where to put the posts yet.
Don't you know about the Supernatural Selection Discord?
We have a Discord?
Yeah, for years, dude. Where have you been?
Can people chat with the hosts and get previews of upcoming episodes and generally post funny shit as much as they want with other listeners?
I mean, if that's your bag. I mean, personally, I wouldn't do that, but there are even live streaming events for the shows there, too. You've been in a few. How do you not know this stuff?
It must have been my doppelganger. How do I get into the Discord?
It's easy. Just visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com. Now say that 3 times fast.
Well, that's perfect. Now I can share 3 terabytes of Hollow Earth memes. Get it? Terabytes.
Never mind. Forget I said anything. Just don't do that. You should definitely not visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com to join the Discord. We don't want you there.
Too late. I'm already posting my alien abduction fan fiction with the general chat.
Join the hosts and listeners of Supernatural Selection on the official Discord. Just visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com.
You're finally turgid. Why am I excited about that?
That's a weird thing to be excited about.
It is. Attention freaks. Welcome to Supernatural Selection. I'm your host, Kevin. With me this week are Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how are you doing?
I am fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm tired but good,
Okay.
I guess. Yeah, kind of thing. And we've got Mr. David Davis. David, how are you?
I am not tired. I have energy. This is new and exciting.
You weird son of a bitch.
Give me some. Share.
No.
Well, I'm just sitting here with my new on-air sign, and I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a professional podcaster.
Now, describe the sign, but do it in your podcast voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is a white bordered box light with the word on air written in white on red backing.
And that's called Yes and.
Yes, and yes. So guys,
Mm-hmm.
it's a week in weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! We're recording this a little later than we normally do in the week, due to, fucking life and stuff. So, before we get started, have we got any housekeeping, David?
I do want to shout out rest in peace, David Lynch. I'll probably talk about him more on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's he big influence. Big influence, just in general.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. I'm not a huge fan of all of his work, but, like, I'm a fan of him, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. Like, again, it's given the thing that we're learning about different celebrities, and, like, it's not good to, like, idolize people, but at least with Lynch, it's a little safer.
Well, Lynch was, like, out there. Like, that, what you saw was what you got, because David Lynch didn't hide.
Yeah. He couldn't with that hair of his.
No. What are you talking about? But, no,
Kevin, we should watch his bunny shorts in
oh, God, not those
commemoration.
things. Jesus Christ. We watched a series of his short film. You know what? We'll talk about that tomorrow on the other show. Sorry.
Wrong show.
Yep. So, if you don't mind, I guess I'll go first, and we'll go me, David, Mike. How's that sound?
No, sounds good.
Cool.
Sounds like an order.
An order. Well, I figured there's a lot going on in the world right now. Shit's kind of heavy. So, I found something from bristolpost.co.uk. Asparagus fortune teller predicts 2025 deaths and arrests.
Wait, what?
Asparagus fortune teller predicts 2025 deaths and arrests.
No, I understand the words as they are arranged together. What I don't understand is that combination of asparagus and storyteller. I think that's where, Mike, is that where your confusion is coming in? Because I feel like
the fortune teller and asparagus.
So is this someone that foretells the windfalls and bad things of asparagus?
No,
or with asparagus.
With.
Like reading chicken bones, but it's asparagus.
Bingo.
Oh God.
So, this article is
roll them stalks.
So this article is by Ed Chatterton and James Connell.
Okay, wait a second.
And
so
Emma Slee.
Now, if you say roll the asparagus, but would it function more like maybe like tree rings? If you get to the woody part of the asparagus, maybe you cut it and you read the rings?
No, I feel like it's tossing them in the air and looking at the pattern they land in.
Yeah, like you would chicken bones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the other way is just to determine how old the asparagus is.
Yeah, which no one needs to know that.
Right?
Unless you're going to eat it.
Yeah. And it's already green. How do you know it's gone bad?
It turns brown.
Oh, wow. Yeah, good point. Duh. Okay. So, article reads, a fortune teller who predicts the future by throwing asparagus, that's a great start, says 2025 will see a royal death and a major health scare for President-elect Donald Trump.
Those are some big stretches there, I tell you.
I tell you. And now, the great part is her name. Jemima Packington.
Wow.
I gotta let Dave get that out.
Prepared for Jemima Packington.
Nobody's prepared for Jemima Packington.
You must prepare yourself for Jemima Packington. Oh, God. So, Jemima Packington, 68, has previously correctly predicted the Queen's death, Brexit, and Boris Johnson becoming Prime Minister. She is the world's only asparamancer. And claims she can peer into the future by tossing spears in the air and interpreting how they land. Oh, this is gonna take a minute to get through just for the comedy.
Does she use any kind of sauce?
I doubt it.
Now, what happens if she wraps bacon around them?
I'd eat it.
Is that like better for the fortunes or worse?
I don't know. It's better for whoever eats the asparagus after, but
it helps her predict the price of pork.
Pork futures. Sorry. Jemima has now revealed her top tips for 2025 and says people are in for some shocks and surprises from celebrity deaths to arrests.
So
now you mean asparagus tips?
Oh, fuck you.
I was going to say, are we going to be more shocked than we are by learning there's someone that, reads asparagus fortunes?
I don't know whether it's her reading the asparagus or the fact that she's named Jemima Packington.
See, it's so novel, I'm inclined to believe her predictions just because why the fuck not?
Sure. I mean, at this point, I believe her over the Brazilian guy.
Yes.
So, for Donald Trump, this may include a major health scare, and she is predicting more deaths in the royal family and the arrest of show business personalities. Yeah, Mike, this is a real stretch, isn't it?
A bit.
Yeah. She also reckons political resignations will be, quote, off the scale worldwide, and there will be a catastrophic event linked to climate change involving major loss of life. I feel like this is just reading the paper and guessing, but anyway.
Now, when you say off the scales, does that mean the produce scales?
Nice. In sport, Liverpool fans could be celebrating as they are expected to add more silverware to the cabinet while the Lionesses, quote, will roar once more.
Now this is just one sport, right? 'Cause she said in sport, so if
in sport, well, you know how it is in the UK. It's maths and sport.
Yes.
Yeah, they only have one math, but they have a
no. They have multiple maths.
Plenty lots of maths in one sport.
Cricket.
Yes.
Or football.
The footsie ball.
Yeah. Jemima of Bath, which that just sounds like the Jemima of Bath. But anyway, she says, quote, she said, quote, my technique has not changed, and I still cast the asparagus spears and interpret the patterns in them. Seeing the patterns for me is instantaneous. Possibly that is because I've had years of practice. I am usually about 75 to 90% accurate with my predictions. I go through my predictions each year and think, yep, that's happened. Yep, that's happened. Occasionally, I get one slightly off where I haven't quite read it correctly, but I'm never far off.
Well, that's because that asparagus tip was past its sell date. So.
Oh, yeah?
Threw the whole thing off.
Uh-huh.
Now, do you think she ever finds herself, like, mixing a salad and all of a sudden getting a glimpse of the doom of mankind?
Oh,
Ooh,
obviously.
Yeah. You know, she tosses the salad and just gets these, like, horrible glimpses of, like,
the end of all time.
Or she actually wants to eat some asparagus, and she's, like, got it in a bowl with, like, some, like, salt and, like, I don't know, whatever. She's tossing the asparagus, and then, crap, I'm going to die tomorrow.
Yes.
It'd be funny if she didn't even eat the asparagus because it's magic asparagus. She's like, I can't risk my tools.
She can't eat the asparagus because she uses the asparagus. Let's see. To continue that quote, I predicted Boris Johnson would become prime minister before he did, and everyone laughed their socks off. She picks a handful of tips, tosses them into the air, and, quote, reads the shapes they form when they land. Jemima said she saw the spears of the veg form the shape of a broken crown just months before the Queen died. Uh-huh.
Yep.
She said, quote, the spears formed a broken crown, which indicated to me that there would be a great royal sadness. When I saw pictures of the Queen welcoming Liz Truss as PM, I noticed how frail she looked, and I said to my friend, won't be long now. So, New Year predictions for 2025, guys. We got 15 predictions.
All right.
We
should revisit this come.
We're gonna have to. So
you know what? Here's the other thing. We should do our own predictions with some produce. We got to figure out what produce, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Gotta go get some Brussels sprouts.
There you go.
Does it have to be produce we like?
No.
Okay, well, because that would limit me.
Yeah, you're down to potatoes.
Corn
and potato. That's a lot of kernels.
Release the carrots.
God damn it. Okay, so, number one. There are 15 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
More civil unrest throughout Europe and the Middle East.
Oh.
Europe will undergo especially turbulent times.
Yeah, I'm sold already.
Yep. Nope. I fully agree that this is going to happen. Sorry, my ear kind of messed up there. 2, political resignations will be off the scale worldwide.
Okay.
Yep. 3, Trump will have a major health scare.
Okay.
Okay, do we want to speculate on what that health scare is?
Choking on a Big Mac.
Okay, David?
Run over by a train.
I am going to say massive intestinal blockage, and they have to remove, like, a piece of feces the size of, like, a
Toddler.
labradoodle.
He pulls an Elvis.
Ooh.
On the golden throne.
Didn't say die, though, just health scare.
Yeah,
so.
just a health scare. Okay. Yep. 4, Liverpool FC will win important titles.
Don't have any comment on that, because...
Yep. 5, the Lionesses will roar once more, which I guess that's another team. 6, European car makers will hit major problems, all connected with EVs.
Okay.
David?
She's just to look beyond the veil of futuremancy here. Like, she's just looking at established patterns.
Yes.
Yeah, and
obviously.
This is kind of the Paul Harvey of future prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to predict like a 80-something-year-old man's going to have a health problem in the next year.
Yeah. So number 7, UK farmers will win the day.
So
What does that mean?
just you're going to have a good thing happen.
You're going to have a good thing happen. UK farmers.
Like a particularly nice day for crops, or like the market
anything.
going
It could be anything.
I guess British farming will take an upswing, I guess.
They're gonna like make a stamp that celebrates the British farmer.
Sure, that could be it. It's vague enough. It could mean that.
Yeah.
Stock markets worldwide will be extra jittery, more bust than boom. No way that's not happening.
Yeah.
9, the royal family will have more trials and tribulations, but will overcome these, like they have for the last several hundred years.
Yeah.
10, sadly, more royal deaths.
Well,
They're all zombies, so that's going to happen.
they don't look at the royals. They don't look very well, so.
Yeah, no shit. The culture of so-called influencers on social media will be mired in even more scandal. No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, what did PewDiePie do this time?
Oh, yeah. No, L.A. Beast comes back out of nowhere and is like, have a good day, and then, like, murders someone.
We're going to find out so many more Minecraft YouTubers are, like, sex pests.
Yeah,
Weren't they all
It's gonna be
already?
great.
Yeah, it's going to turn out Kurt J. Mack has a crippling Tetris addiction. Okay, 12. There will be the shocking loss of several iconic UK soap stars.
Again, is that just like casting a very wide net?
There's a lot of
probably
like
old
80-year-olds on those, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they've been running for decades.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 13. Mixed global reactions to climate changes. A catastrophic event will occur. It will involve major loss of life.
Okay.
So, okay.
Yeah. 14. Sorry, go ahead, David.
No, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, and? 14. Show business personalities will again make the headlines for all the wrong reasons.
So haven't they been doing that for like 50 goddamn years?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Neil Gaiman. I mean.
Yeah.
15. The Great British Asparagus Festival will go from strength to strength, and I look forward to meeting everyone at all their events.
Yes, who's headlining?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say. So, here's the problem. Those are all, like, vague enough, and, like,
Yeah.
they're all kind of, well, fucking duh.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can't pick it apart because it's just really good educated guesses.
It's almost like Nostradamus.
Yes, thank you. That's it exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any predictions we want to make before we move on to someone else?
I don't have any bell peppers with me. So.
Okay.
I predict that somewhere, someone in the year 2025 will shit their pants.
Fair.
Yeah.
Holly just went to the refrigerator and pulled out like 2 bell peppers and shook them at me, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing it right now.
Read the peppers, David.
Gifts on air.
Read the peppers. I predict cars will break down.
I see a man standing in line, and he is getting very, very annoyed.
I predict the price of cryptocurrency will be variable.
Damn. That's some hard shit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are really, really nailing it there. Just really, yeah. We're taking the piss.
I predict civil unrest because of a controversial government action.
Oh my God, Mike, really?
Yes.
I
predict one of us is gonna die.
Come on,
Jesus,
don't say that.
dude. Fuck. I'm not in great health. Don't do this to me. Oh, God. Look, I predict I'm going to have some tater tots this week. How's that?
Sorry, the bell pepper spoke to me.
Well, you can tell them to fuck themselves.
And out of the two of us, yes, I'm the most hale, but that means, it'd probably be the ironic choice of me, kicking the bucket.
Man, I need Mike. He pays rent.
And I need Kevin. He pays rent too.
God damn. We have a mutual... so Mike, suicide pact?
And he cleans up the cat vomit.
I do.
And I need you too because I need something to do on Thursday.
Fair.
Kevin, I have to clean up cat vomit.
Yep. That's it. That's the only reason I'm here.
Yep.
Cat
That's it.
El Gato Barfo. So, anyway, that's my first article. I thought that was a fun one to start with. Let's go in with, something lighthearted like asparagus futures.
Yeah, no, that was fun. Okay. So how would you read, let's say a bell pepper? How would you read it personally if you were doing this?
I think you would
Just the one?
I think you would cut it open and look at the pattern of the seeds in it.
Yes, that's it right there. You have to look at that inner tongue thing with the seeds.
Maybe you take it and if you're reading someone's fortune with it, you rub it on their face and then you cut it open so it reflects, what their fortune would be.
I like that.
I'm gonna say what you do is you cut open the top of it, then keep the top on, but shake it really hard to knock loose all the seeds, and then roll those seeds out onto the table with the pepper and there, and then you read the scattering of the capsaicin seeds.
Hey, how about I just cut open a watermelon, make something up, and then we can just eat watermelon?
There we go.
I like my plan.
Yeah.
We all get watermelon. And my prediction is we're all going to get watermelon.
What if you bought a seedless one by accident?
It doesn't matter. Because
you couldn't read
read
the future with the seeds, though.
You can read the rind.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I can read the patterns of the rind, or I can just cut it open and say, I predict we're about to eat some fucking watermelon.
There you go.
Yeah. So, David.
Okay.
What? Wow.
I'm awake.
Okay. What have you got for us?
Oh, okay. So, what you guys know about that old adage of anything can run Doom, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, what's the most obscure thing you've heard Doom run on?
The screen of a old Lexmark printer.
I think I could beat that.
Yeah.
The little bitty screen on a pregnancy test.
That's right.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Well, we got another one to add to the list.
Oh, no.
There's actually a couple. I only have the one here, but I've heard of another one recently. So this is from Ars Technica, published by Samuel Axon on January 2nd. It's filed under It Plays Doom.
Yes.
Of course. There's a category for that.
Yes, absolutely. The title is Someone Made a CAPTCHA Where You Play Doom on Nightmare Difficulty.
Oh God.
Yeah. I came across that and I actually played it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, like how it functions is nightmare difficulty, and you have to kill at least 3 monsters.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
So,
man.
It's very difficult.
well, here's the thing. I got a tip for you. I got this tip from Nintendo Power back in the day. In order to kill the cyber demon, you have to shoot it till it dies.
I was going to say, I think I know which tip this is.
Well, how do I kill the Keiko demons though?
Rip and tear, baby. Rip and
Well,
tear.
they're in a cage, so I can't rip and tear.
You got to let them out first.
Do I have to shoot them until they die?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all I need to know.
There we go. So, people have been complaining for a while that passing a CAPTCHA is too difficult, but developer and tech CEO Guillermo Rauch made one of the hardest yet, a fully playable CAPTCHA based on the classic PC game Doom. It's been a long-running joke that developers will make Doom run on absolutely anything, so it's not much of a surprise that it's now running inside something that resembles a CAPTCHA. The app essentially amounts to a small Doom level that is playable with keyboard controls, arrow keys to move, spacebar to shoot, within a CAPTCHA-like presentation. You must kill 3 enemies to pass the test. The level reflects Doom's nightmare difficulty and is much harder than needed to be an effective CAPTCHA, especially since you can't strafe to avoid enemy fire.
Fucking hell.
It took me several tries to cheese a victory, and the Hacker News thread about the app is filled with nothing, with people noting how difficult it is and sharing strategies.
Good Lord. It's
like a Usenet group.
Is Seth Bling involved in this in any way?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I figured.
It's a WebAssembly application, but it was made via a human language, prompt-driven web development tool called VO that's part of a suite of features offered as part of Vercel, a cloud-based tool service, which Rauch is the CEO. You can see the LLM bot chat history with a series of prompts that produce the CAPTCHA game on the VO website. Strangely enough, there has been a past attempt at making a Doom CAPTCHA. In 2021, developer Mikel Camps Orteza made an approximation of one, though not all the assets matched Doom, and it was more Doom adjacent. This one was made directly by hand, but its source code is available on GitHub. Its developer noted that it's not secure, it's just for fun.
Okay.
Rauch is this is Ars Technica, so it's going to be more technica.
Right.
So, Rauch's attempt is no more serious as a CAPTCHA, but at least it resembles Doom more closely. Don't expect to be playing this to verify it any real website soon, though. It's not secure. Its legality is fuzzy at best. While the code for Doom is open source, the assets from the game, like enemy sprites and environmental textures, which feature prominently in the application, are not. Now, the other one, I'm sure you guys have probably heard this, there is a PDF that plays Doom.
Yes.
I heard about that, yes.
Yeah, so that everything runs Doom. It's incredible.
I bought a little handheld emulation video game console thing from what's it called, Anbernic.
Right.
And I'm a laugh if it can't play Doom.
Oh, it's got several Dooms on there.
I know. I just think it'd be funny if I got like the one thing that can't play Doom.
I actually have that situation because my friend Deft, he got me a Miu A30, and it could play a bunch of games, but I cannot play Doom on it.
Wow.
And it's just because I probably fucked up the installation after it had crashed, so I don't know, but yeah. So
wow,
I
kind of
I lived
sucks.
that experience. Yeah, no, I got a friend looking at it for me to like jazz it up and everything. He's like, oh yeah, I can fix this. So I'm looking forward to that. But like, yeah, it was just so funny to me that like, well, shit, this little thing can't run Doom. What the hell?
Fucking hell, man.
Right? Oh man.
That is amusing.
Yeah. It's fun. I think this is a fun use of technology.
Anytime you get Doom to run on something, it's a fun use of technology, I think.
I was gonna say because Doom, like I think the first like console that had Doom was the Super Nintendo. So
I think so. Yeah,
it's not. I mean, admittedly, I think it had to have the FX chip for the Super Nintendo for it to run. But
I wonder if someone can do a back port of Doom without the Super FX chip and make it run.
I don't. Probably not because it needed that for the actual like level, like to be the 3D scaling, they back then called Mode 7.
Yeah, well, but how can you get Doom to run on a pregnancy test?
Because it's way more powerful than a Super Nintendo was.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing, is that commodity, like you can buy little microprocessors for like under $1 a piece in quantity that are way more powerful than, you know, any home console probably made before the Nintendo 64 probably.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That is absolutely insane.
Yeah, and they're putting these chips in these products that are way over spec'd for what they are, but just because they're cheap, easy to program for, and, you know, buying a less powerful chip gains nothing. It's not any cheaper for a less powerful chip. It's not any more power efficient, so they just, you know, go with what they know and what they can program for.
Going back to the Doom pregnancy test, do you actually have to beat the game in order to find out if you're pregnant?
That would be funny.
Good God. You get like part of the way through the second level, and it's like, well, maybe I don't care.
And you know what the bad thing is about the electronic pregnancy test like that is that it used the exact same stuff as a regular pregnancy test. It just had a little optical sensor that sensed the change in the, you know, the line that you look for. It just sensed that and then showed your result on the screen.
But yeah,
so it used the exact same chemistry as a other dumb, quote unquote, dumb pregnancy test. Just a computer looked at the color change and told you that it changed color.
That's just overkill.
Yes, it is.
That's amazing.
It's one of those, you know, sell someone, you know, they could buy I don't know how much a pregnancy test is, but they could buy the basic one for, say, $5. Or, ooh, look at this one. It's $30 and it's got a computer and a screen. Surely that's more reliable and better. It's like, no, it's the exact same chemistry.
Mm-hmm. That's wild. Like, yeah. It's, and yet I'm still running a fucking potato on my desktop right now.
We got to get that taken care of.
Pregnancy test more powerful than David's computer.
Yep.
Yeah, I just need to find a couple pregnancy tests and just stick it in the USB slot, and I'm good.
Power it with a potato.
Kevin will make him a Beowulf cluster of pregnancy tests.
Oh, yeah, there we go. This is going to be great.
I did recently find a laptop of mine. It was like a Surface Pro 2 or 3 from like 2013, and that shit runs so much better than my current desktop.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how my desktop's older. Like,
that's
that's really sad.
It's a miracle that I'm able to output the amount of stuff that I do, and I'm not constantly dropping connection with you guys.
I know. I was going to say, I'm shocked we were able to do this podcast.
Well, it's because of the goat blood.
Yeah, that would do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, thank you for that, David. I always love when people get Doom running on something incredibly weird.
Now, what would be a really great inconvenience in which you had to play Doom on nightmare mode and kill 3 enemies in order to do something, like in life? What would be the most inconvenient thing you could think of?
Logging into a government site to download a parent's death certificate.
How about you, Mike?
The suicide prevention hotline chat.
Oh my God! Well, that's the winner.
Public restroom doors.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking of computer-wise.
Oh no, I kind of like Mike's. It's like I'm so depressed. God damn it, fucking imps, Jesus!
Now you're just full of rage.
And you get through suicide prevention hotline. Yeah, fuck you.
Rip and tear.
Rip and tear. Oh, Christ. So, Mike.
Yeah?
What have you got?
So, my story is something interesting. Something I, once I read the story, I realized it, made sense that this has never happened before. But it's one of those things you didn't think about that we've never captured on camera before. But a Canadian Ring camera captured the first audio and visual recording of a meteorite hitting Earth. So we've never captured the actual impact before.
Yeah, Mike showed me the video. It's pretty wild, actually.
So,
I've seen the video as well. The first thing I thought of was a Wile E. Coyote falling to the bottom of the canyon.
did you hear the sound?
I didn't hear the sound.
So the sound is weird. It sounds very like kind of glassy or maybe ice cubey. Like it's got a very. It kind of sounds like you dropped something ceramic yet mostly solid because it has that kind of tinkle going.
Mm-hmm. Now, you know what I thought of when I first saw it?
What's that?
The Tick.
Okay.
In the comics, he got hit in the head with a meteorite, and Arthur was like, "My God, Tick, this is amazing!" And Tick just goes, "Yeah, trust me. After the third or fourth time, the novelty wears off."
It's just a meteorite magnet.
Yeah.
So, a man from Prince Edward Island returned home from walking his dogs to find a pile of dust-like debris on the walkway to his front door, which ended up being caused by a meteorite, and his Ring camera captured it hitting the Earth in a historic first. Joe Valadum, a resident of Marshfield, Prince Edward Island, a small Canadian island northeast of Maine, checked his Ring camera footage to see where the debris came from upon returning from his walk. A friend suggested that the mysterious flying object could be a meteorite, so Valadum collected samples and sent them to the University of Alberta's meteorite collection curator, Chris Hurd. Hurd discovered that the sample was chondrite, the most common type of space rock that strikes Earth, and that it likely originated from the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. The footage is believed to be the first time that both sound and visual of a meteorite strike have been recorded. Hurd told CBC News.
It turns out it was made of God. Like,
Yeah.
Think about the fucking odds
Yeah.
of actually getting that on camera. And of course, it would have to be at random.
Oh, yeah.
Now, how big was it?
So, judging from like the little frame you could see it is probably about softball sized.
Yeah, it wasn't big.
Okay.
Maybe cantaloupe sized at the biggest.
Well, I hope the next one they find it's a little meteor.
Oh, fuck off.
And and by this, like the minimal damage it caused and the sound, I'm guessing it was not very solid. Like it was very porous, kind of like lava rock. And that would explain why it didn't do a lot of damage, because it's probably going pretty slow, being like it was, for its size, it was fairly light, so it had a good bit of wind resistance.
Oh, God, y'all. Something just popped into my head, and I guess this will count as our Simpsons reference. Do you remember when the asteroid was going to hit Springfield, and it just burned up in the atmosphere and was the size of a small dog's head? That's what just happened. There should have been a Chihuahua standing there for comparison.
Oh, wow. So I just read ahead in the article. It was kind of a lucky thing in the meteorite has been named Charlottetown meteorite after Prince Edward Island's capital city, and it landed on the brick-lined front entrance to Valad. I cannot say this person's name. The man's house. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
My brain will not wrap around this name.
Hey, let me open it while you're
Villadum?
reading, and you keep
Villadum?
going. You keep going.
He'd walked directly over the spot the meteorite struck just seconds before when he had left to take his dogs for a walk. Had he lingered there a few seconds longer, the meteorite could very well have struck him or one of his dogs. Valadum said that he was shocked to consider that he was standing right where the meteorite fell from hundreds of millions of miles away, noting it probably would have ripped him in half. University of Alberta said, upon examination of photos of the fragments, Hurd confirms the discovery was, in fact, a meteorite. By chance, he had planned a family trip to Prince Edward Island a mere 10 days after the fall. The trip is now included a diversion to check the space where the meteorite landed.
I'm going to guess this is Valatum.
Valatum.
Yeah, Valatum. Yeah, I'm looking at it as well.
Now, here's the thing. When Mike first showed me the video, my immediate thought was, wow, that bird hit hard. Because he done blowed up. And then it turned out it was a meteor.
One of those kamikaze pigeons.
Yes.
Woo! Last thing you hear before you die.
Yeah. What happened to Steve? He got hit by a kamikaze pigeon.
He estimates that the Charlottetown meteorite likely struck Valatum's entranceway at over 120 miles an hour by the time it made impact.
Jesus.
Wow.
The noise made by the asteroid's impact is widely believed the first time in human history that the sound of a meteorite strike has ever been recorded. Luckily, the Charlottetown meteorite was small enough that it didn't cause any damage. Valatum and Hurd collected about 95 grams of fragments from the crash site in total.
And then they snorted them.
Yep.
No. Yeah. Now, have y'all ever seen the photos of the woman that got hit by the meteorite?
The one that crashed through the roof of the house and hit her.
I guess so, because it was like a giant bruise on her thigh. Is the only thing that happened.
I remember hearing about one that ended up in someone's bed. Is that it?
I don't remember.
Imagine getting hit in the dick with one.
Oof.
Oh, God, wow.
Kevin, if Nutball was bad, Nut Meteorite is
that's even
killer.
worse. And the thing is, I feel like if you get hit in the nuts with a meteorite, the theme from Jackass should just automatically play from nowhere. Hello, we had a slight hiccup there. David was talking about his computer. It tempted fate, and we're back. So, yeah, meteorites.
How do they work?
How am do, Mike?
I don't know.
I mean, like, we were talking about that woman getting hit in the thigh with a meteorite, which I think what I was trying to say, because this kind of distracted me, is, okay, is the first time we've ever had the sound of a meteorite hitting recorded, but it sure ain't the first time it's ever been witnessed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Given that woman getting hit in the thigh.
Well, and here's the thing. This opens up a whole range of possibilities for future firsts. Like, for example, the first time we ever get audio and video of a meteorite hitting a bird and just watching the bird explode.
Oh, God, yeah. Kind of like that bird that flew across the pitch in a baseball game.
Exactly.
And it just into feathers. Yeah. Violence toward animals. Anyway, so guys, Mike, thank you for that one. How about we go ahead and take a break now, and we'll handle our next topics when we come back. Does that sound good?
Okie dokie.
All right. So that being said, we will be right back after this. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin from Supernatural Selection. Are you an independent creator? Do you have a webcomic or an Etsy store? Do you 3D print things? Or are you just looking to get some word out for your Discordian cabal with social terrorism? Well, we'd love to help. And David, I believe you've got some details about how we can help.
Why, certainly. If you go to supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact, that is supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact, you can learn how to advertise with us.
That's right. I believe the rate is $2 per episode. You can't beat that with a stick.
I mean, trust me, we've tried.
Yeah, that's cheap. That's literally cheaper than dirt.
Mm-hmm. And best of all, if you're not sure how to write an ad, we'll do it for you. We'll even record it.
Absolutely. Just let us know what you need in the ad, and we'll be happy to do that for you.
And again, that URL is supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact.
And now, back to the show. And we're back. Surprise. It's weird. So, guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have had my podcast cheese.
Mm-hmm.
David's computer problems seem to be okay right now.
Jinx it. We're doomed.
I did. I fucked us over.
Mm-hmm.
So let me do my second article here. Now, I saw this headline somewhere reputable, so I found it on unexplainedmysteries.com instead. Mystery fog sparks conspiracy theories as it sweeps across U.S. states. This version of the article is by T.K. Randall. Not to be confused with TK421, why aren't you at your post? The article is from January 4th. Residents across multiple states have been reporting strange clouds of fog with a chemical-like smell. I got a theory about that right off, but we'll handle that later. Something strange has been hanging in the air over the last few days. That is, at least, according to a swath of reports of a peculiar fog with seemingly unusual properties that has been cited in multiple U.S. states, including parts of Texas, Wisconsin, Iowa, Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, North Dakota, Florida, and Minnesota. That's a lot more states than I thought.
Like all the flyover states.
Yeah. Some witnesses complained that the fog had triggered respiratory symptoms and was accompanied by a, quote, burning chemical-like smell that left them feeling nauseous. Quote, within an hour, I kept sneezing over and over for about 3 hours, and my eyes were really puffy, said one woman who encountered the fog while filling her car with gas in Florida. Quote, I got very warm, and I felt like I had a fever and my stomach was cramping. Similar experiences were reported in California and Kansas. Here in SoCal, unusual fog the last few days, wrote one resident. It's not very fucking descriptive. Strange smells, but I've been noticing the smell for months now. Burns my nose. Seems like an all-out assault from the skies the last few days. The phenomenon quickly went viral on social media, with thousands of users suggesting that the fog could be something sinister, such as a secretive government experiment. Incredibly, something like this actually did happen in 1950, when a project known as Operation Sea Spray saw large amounts of bacteria being intentionally sprayed over the San Francisco area to determine how vulnerable U.S. cities were to biological weapons.
Nothing like a good, innocuous government experimental, like, doom name, like Operation Peppermint.
Yeah.
Operation Giggling Baby.
Operation Gumdrop. That said, it is extremely... Operation Giggling Baby. Why the fuck did that just hit me? God damn. That said, it is extremely unlikely that anything like that is going on here, so they say. Instead, in all likelihood, the fog is little more than a natural phenomenon that has been blown out of proportion by the propagation of conspiracy theories on social media.
You know, it's just hell fog. What of it?
Hell fog. You know, my thing is, since the EPA's been around and been like, you know, cleaning up shit, what if these people just suddenly discovering, oh, smog?
Yeah.
You know? Because, like, smog really hasn't been... When I was a kid, like, smog was a fucking thing. You know? Not necessarily here, but I mean, like, sometimes you would get smog. But, like, California, New York in particular, fucking smog was a thing. Now, not so much. This could be smog. I mean, they're repealing shit left and right, so...
Yeah.
Right.
Just a thought. Any theories?
I was just gonna say, like, I'm already used to it, so good luck, flyovers.
Yeah. I just, who knows? I mean, it could be some plant, some manufacturing or some kind of chemical plant or something releasing some shit they shouldn't be.
All over the country?
Oh,
I think maybe someone had just a really bad stinky fart. There you go.
that too.
Yeah, I was waiting for the first one of you bastards to say something about a fart, because I wasn't going to be the one this one time.
It was obviously going to be me.
I don't know. It could have been Mike. I'm not willing to...
Mike's humor is too classy. I'm too lowbrow. Like, that's just how it is with me.
I'm sorry, are we talking about the same person here?
See, he don't know me very well, do he?
No, he don't. Oh, man. So, no, I mean, I'm willing to accept... What if it's space farts? Like, space itself is farting on us.
That sounds a little... I don't know.
Sus?
Methane from the chariots of the gods.
Methane of the gods. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but again, I think it may just be smog.
Good old pollution.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Republicans.
God bless America.
Everyone.
This land is your land.
May your grimy aerosol cancer wash over the land.
Jesus Christ, this is getting dark.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's my article. I just thought it was interesting that we have mystery fog. Call it mafog.
Mystery face-eating acid fog.
Or mog.
And not a John Carpenter in sight.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine if it was like The Mist?
Just fucking eldritch horrors just kind of popping out.
Yep, that's all it is. It's just Cthulhu stank. So, David, what have you got for your last story of the night?
Well, we've had some like happy stories, right? I want to come up with like a very negative one. So I have one from Kiro 7, which is looks to be a Oregon news station, local.
Okay.
2 Portland men die while searching for Sasquatch in Skamania County. A tragic, but also what a name for a county.
Please tell me they were killed listening to Real Big Fish.
Right. But this is by Sean Garrett with Kiro 7 News. And this is just a quick little one, but I have some thoughts.
I bet you have some thoughts.
Yeah. 2 Portland men lost their lives while searching for Sasquatch in eastern Skamania County, in the Skamania County Sheriff's Office said Saturday.
God damn it. Skamania.
Skamania County Sheriff's Office.
Skamania. It sounds like a festival.
Right.
Skamania 2025.
Yeah, I wonder if the sirens were replaced with like trumpets.
Yes.
They're really missing out on some co-branding there.
Oh yeah, no.
Right.
Just plaid sketchers all over the town.
Like
it sounds like... Oh yeah, go for it.
If Scalapalooza isn't held there, they really don't know what's up.
That's true.
Okay, back to the tragedy.
Yes.
The men, ages 59 and 37,
were
found dead in a heavily wooded area off the Clifford Pinchot, it's probably Pinchot.
Like Bronson Pinchot.
Yeah, the Gifford Pinchot. Oh no, Gifford. Wow, I keep throwing in letters here.
Kathy Lee. All right.
Yeah, there we go. Gifford Pinchot National Forest after a 3-day search. The pair had been reported missing on December 25th.
Oh no.
After failing to return home as planned on December 24th.
Oh no, they died for Christmas?
Oh man. A family member alerted authorities, prompting a search effort. Utilizing footage from a flock safety camera, search teams located the vehicle belonging to the men off Oklahoma Road near Willard, Washington.
Oh, no.
More than 60 volunteer search and rescue personnel, along with K9 teams, drones, and ground crews, assisting the operation. So yeah, like number one, like drones being a part of this, like that's it makes sense, but it's just so weird after having seen so many true crime movies where it's just people fanning out in the field.
Oh yeah,
right?
like holding hands and walking through the field, and yeah.
Yeah, they've got like the table with the coffee, and they got their flashlights, and now I'm just like, no, fucking drones are a part of this process
and
now.
what's wild is I discovered like from DJI, straight from them, they have an agricultural model of drone that you can get that has an infrared camera already.
Really?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
it's like $3,000.
You know,
Like,
it's
I mean,
probably for hog spotting.
Well, no, it's for like checking because your crops, temperature differences and stuff. You're just looking at your crops.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I can see how that would be useful here too.
it's just such a weird spin on a story that I've heard, like, unfortunately, like, so many times.
Yeah.
Going out for the search,
My-
but like,
Well,
fucking drone.
mine is the Bigfoot part.
Yeah, the Sasquatch bit is a bit of a novelty here.
And it also makes search searches like this probably a lot more economical because helicopters aren't cheap.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, no, so it's just super interesting, but just like the cognitive dissonance for me because I'm just so used to the
No, I
old
gotcha.
school method of this sort of thing.
Yeah, because yeah.
So the United States Coast Guard provided air support using FLIR technology to scan the area despite challenging weather conditions, including freezing temperatures, heavy rain, and snow. The men were ultimately found dead, with initial reports indicating exposure to the elements as the likely cause of death. Officials noted that difficult terrain and weather conditions combined with the men being ill-prepared as contributing factors. The Skamania County Sheriff's Office expressed gratitude to the search and rescue teams, which included personnel from Skamania County, Klickitat County,
Klickitat?
Hood River County, Wasco County, and other regional organizations. They also extended their condolences to the family and victims. Quote, this tragedy highlights the exceptional efforts of volunteers who sacrificed time during the holiday and worked tirelessly in harsh conditions to bring closure to the grieving families, the sheriff office said in a statement. So, like, number one, this is a tragedy. Like,
Yeah,
this
well,
is,
obviously.
yeah, this should not have happened. We're not poking light at
No.
the fact that, like, 2 men died, but I'm going to throw something out there. I think we need to regulate cryptid hunts.
Cryptid hunt licenses.
Are you
or just something like there has to be a thing like if you're going to be doing woods exploration to do this sort of thing, I think there needs to be certain like
you have to go through a survival class or something?
yeah
Okay,
because
now
this
that I
isn't the
could
first
see.
time this has fucking happened.
Here's the problem: you can't regulate stupid.
That is also true.
Yeah, like the fact that they were apparently ill prepared for that, like that's also on them.
They
It's
just
a
spun-
tragedy, but
Okay, it's a tragedy, but also somebody got it in their head on Christmas Eve, we're going to go hunt squatches.
well, see, I don't think it was like them on Christmas Eve. I think they probably took off a few days earlier, and by
Yeah.
Christmas Eve they hadn't returned, which is like a
Okay.
big red flag.
Right,
It
right,
sounded
right.
like they're supposed to be
Hey.
back by Christmas Eve, and
Yeah.
people started getting worried.
I don't know. Like I just like again like cryptid hunts and everything like that. Like the finding Bigfoot sort of situation. Like it's interesting, but like also like this shit happens.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like fuck with anyone's fun or anything like that. But I just like maybe we should have some sort of like thing you have to pass in order to spend time in the woods doing this shit.
Can I be a insensitive bastard for a second?
Yes, of course, you're Kevin the Bastard.
Yes. Well, this honestly sounds like the setup for an Elmo and Patsy Christmas song.
Jeez.
Grandpa got beaten by a Sasquatch.
Oh, they didn't find any bruises on them from a Sasquatch.
Well,
they just
they
mostly
didn't
died shivering and alone.
Well, they didn't report on bruises because they found them with a drone.
Look, these guys were obviously local to the area.
Yeah.
They knew what the weather was capable of. I think this just sounds like they just didn't have any sense, really. I mean,
And
maybe
I
it's
just thought,
maybe it's just me. That's I over prepare for stuff.
You do
So,
prepare a lot for a lot of
I
things.
admit I over prepare. I overpack. I think of like several eventualities, and like if it's going to be cold, I make sure to bring things that will keep you warm.
Yes.
If it's going to be hot, I bring lots of water and stuff. So
yeah, if it's
Yeah.
hot, Mike brings naked.
Well, I don't know. You want to keep some clothes on to like wick away the moisture and create
Right? Okay,
that cooling
yeah,
film.
fair. Mostly naked.
But
Hey, just Donald ducking it.
well, there's a lot of complex folds down there that
Oh
can trap
God!
heat.
Oh God! I don't need this. Fuck you.
Well,
All right,
did
Allie,
have-
make
I
a
did
meme
have
of that.
I did have two thoughts. So here's the thing, Kevin. They didn't find any bruises from a Sasquatch. Here's the
Right.
thing. We know Sasquatches like oranges. So what if they were beaten with a bag of oranges?
Oh yeah, no, he Bing Crosby'd him.
Yeah, to pull
Yeah.
Bing Crosby. Yeah,
Yeah.
just the other thing is just like again, like I encourage people to go out and do their little cryptid hunts. Just like
Be
please
smart
fucking
about it.
safe. Be smart about it.
Use the drone.
Yeah.
Use
Like,
a
I wish
fucking
I-
drone.
I wish I knew how prepared they were.
I'm thinking.
That's the thing.
You gonna prepare? I got my flannel.
Yeah, I mean, I
Right.
don't know what the exact temperatures and everything. Like maybe the weather turned and they weren't ready. Maybe it was fine when they set out. Like it was like say, 40s, 50s, 40s, 30s.
Sure.
And then by the time
It's like
They're out
negative
there, it's like-
2.
well, maybe not that. It's called 20s, teens, maybe. And they just
Yeah, and that-
hadn't dressed warmly enough, or
Sure.
Well, that and like Washington is like a very wet place, so it's always much
yeah.
much colder.
Yeah.
and
That's
it's
true.
not
Could've-
necessarily snow either. Like there's snow in the picture,
Sleet.
yeah, just like
Or just,
fucking
yeah,
sleet and
freezing
rain
rain.
at those
Mhm.
temperatures. Yeah, just
So-
yeah, it
and they-
sucks.
if they were planning to
Yeah.
be gone for a couple of days, maybe they'd bring enough like warm bedding, like sleeping bags and blankets and stuff.
I got a ratty
Yeah.
towel. It's fine.
'Cause they were away from the truck. You would think that if it started getting cold enough, they would go back to
Stay
the truck.
in the. Yeah, I'm thinking they ended up in an area like they couldn't climb out of or something
Yeah, it just
due to
man,
like
it,
freezing. No, it's terrible.
grim, dude.
Yeah. Wow. Fucking murdered the mood here, David. Jesus.
Well, I mean, it fits with the purview of what we're covering, and I think we can all take a good lesson from this, which is like if you're gonna go hunt a cryptid, be smart about it.
I think we should come out with a shirt or something that says "Squatch responsibly."
You know what we could also do is release a print that is like a checklist for squatching.
Ooh, actually, I've got a Sasquatch hunting kit that I got a while back, and it actually has instructions about observe camping safety
Oh,
and
hell yeah.
hunting safety.
That
I'm
was
like,
another-
yeah, that's a thing.
Well,
Another-
oh yeah, go for it, Mike.
Just say another thought I had is you said it was wet. It's a wet area. Maybe they planned on like making fires and it was just too wet
Ooh,
for fires.
that's a good
Yeah.
point.
And
Well,
so-
the way that I'm looking at this like squatching thing, like how they use survival preparedness through the role play of like zombie apocalypse, like build your zombie
Right.
apocalypse kit. Wilderness survival through like doing like training sessions for squatching or something like
Yeah,
that.
make a
It's like,
Sasquatch bug out bag.
yeah, well, we're gonna hang out for a few days, do a hike, pretend we're looking for a Sasquatch,
Dude,
and it's mostly about learning this shit.
I could totally do the Sasquatch survival training.
Oh, you'd love it, I'm sure.
That
Like
would
that
be
would be
fun,
it would
actually.
be fun to do. I mean,
That'd be a good business idea, guys. Let's do that.
they do that already.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So,
That's
well, then
that's a
I'm a
thing.
genius then.
And the problem is the folks that do it are grifters.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're the true believers of the squatches.
Yeah, here's the thing. If I were going to do that, we'd all die because it's like we're going out and we're not coming back until we have evidence. We'd
Yeah, but
be
this is the marathon hike.
we'd be those guys.
Oh man, I do want to go squatching one day, but
I
yeah,
wanna-
stuff like this is like,
You
Donner
bet
Squatch party of one.
the Donner. Oh god. Here's the thing. We'd have to bring like some tree whacking mallets or something.
that's right. And some
Yeah.
oranges. Don't forget the oranges.
Yep. Gotta bring oranges.
You can lure in the Sasquatch, or you can have orange slices and rehydrate yourself.
And then we just make whooping noises in the night.
Oh man, we should record some like Sasquatch calls and just.
Here's
play
the
them
thing. I kind of want to go back out to Grand Gulf.
I'm going to go back to the quote unquote Sasquatch coming for you spot.
Yes. I want to take a thing and beat on a tree and make whooping sounds
Do it.
within sight of the nuclear cooling tower.
And then you'll scare the crap out of 3 20-year-olds there, just looking out at the scenic overlook and start running.
Oh, God, dude, what if it turns out we
Comes
go
full
back
circle.
out there and we went through a time slip and what we heard was us?
It's the fucking prisoner of Azkaban up in this bitch. You're your own Patronus.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, no, it turned out it was just me and Mike scaring me and Mike.
That's great.
Yeah, we went looking for a cryptid. We ended up finding a temporal anomaly.
We found ourselves.
Literally. Yes. That would be kind of fun. But yeah, so thank you for that, David, for bringing the mood down. But you're right. I'm glad you brought it up because you need to, it's all fun and games until somebody dies.
Yeah.
Or you lose fingers and toes due to frostbite.
Yeah, just again, I as much as I poke fun at the whole squatching thing, I do legitimately think that's a fun thing to do, and I just want people to be safe doing it.
It's camping with a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Or
is essentially what it is.
Well, you know what they say: squatching ain't easy,
but show is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, Mike.
Yeah.
I know you are shoveling pizza down your gullet, but
now I can take a break and read you a story.
Read me a story, Mike.
So, here in the category of brand new sentence from Jalopnik on January 2nd.
No, these always frighten me.
From David's neck of the woods. The weed belongs to the spider monkey in the onesie, officer, I swear. It's his Rolls Royce, too.
Wait, back up.
Yeah. Okay, so the
weed belongs to the spider monkey in the onesie.
Officer, I swear. It's his Rolls Royce, too.
Okay, legally, I don't know that a monkey can buy a Rolls Royce.
He doesn't have to buy it,
he gifted it.
Yeah.
But if you could buy a Rolls Royce, why would you give it to the monkey? Unless it's a hand-me-down.
Well,
why wouldn't you?
This Rolls Royce doesn't fit anymore, so I'm giving it to the spider monkey.
Well, if you have a spider monkey.
The inherent comedy of seeing a monkey behind the wheel of a Rolls Royce.
Smoking.
Yeah, in a onesie.
Yeah, with a little bowler hat on.
Yeah, I mean, you get it, man. You get it.
Yeah, no. That would be fun. Anyway, Mike, tell us this story.
A California man was pulled over reportedly speeding in his Rolls Royce Ghost when officers pulled him over. They then proceeded to discover an adorable surprise, a 1-month-old spider monkey wearing a onesie. Oh, and they also found 5 cell phones and a ton of weed, the LA Times reports. Marijuana is legal in California, but selling it on the black market is not, nor is owning a primate as a pet. As a result, Ali Mused Adel Mohammed now faces charges of driving under the influence, possession of an exotic animal, and possession of cannabis for sale. Cannabis.
Let's just call it cannabis.
Of course, he could just prefer to buy in bulk and that the weed was for personal use, but something about the 5 cell phones suggests it's probably not the case.
Hey, did you know if you Google Rolls-Royce Ghost, this article comes up? It is one of the first ones is baby spider monkey found in Rolls-Royce after DUI arrest.
Yeah. While the spider monkey, which has since been named Marcel, looked undeniably cute in his onesie, they're also endangered and young ones need skilled caretakers. If you remember, Texas-based influencer Brandy Botello was recently arrested with a spider monkey that authorities later discovered suffered from rickets, an often painful bone disease caused by malnutrition.
I don't want monkey rickets.
No rickets monkey.
Don't worry, though. Marcel is in good hands now. Quote, On Tuesday, the California Department of Fish and Wildlife brought the monkey to the Oakland Zoo, which specializes in providing sanctuary and care for exotic animals confiscated across the state. These include African lions, tigers, gibbons, macaws, chimpanzees, parrots, goats, sheep, rabbits, reptiles, and more.
Mike, when you said the Department of Fish and Wildlife, I was like, have taken him and rehomed him back in a lake. They don't know a lot about spider monkeys.
Quote, we really want to deter people from participating in this pet trade like this because it's clearly illegal and it's not good for animals to be raised with unqualified care, said Fish and Wildlife Captain Nathan Smith. Many of the spider monkeys we see are malnourished due to lack of understanding of dietary and medical needs.
Mike, why you gotta bring the animal abuse story again?
That and they were high all the time.
I mean, obviously.
Well, I mean, you have to blame Friends making, with Ross making it look very exotic on spider monkeys.
That's true. This dude's driving around with what I'm going to refer to as a bale of weed and a spider monkey.
In the wild, spider monkeys are taken care of by their mother for their first 2 years of life, he said. People who take care of them as illegal pets often underestimate the level of constant attention they need and fail to give them enough milk, he also said.
Oh, my God.
Smith said the illegal trade of exotic animals, including spider monkeys, is a growing problem in California. Before Marcella made it to the Oakland Zoo, though, it spent a night at the arresting officer's home before being left in the care of Madra County Animal Services. While waiting for Fish and Wildlife to arrive, Amy Toller, director of Madeira County Animal Services, took care of Marcel. Quote, as a matter of keeping the monkey warm against me with a blanket, she told the Times. We fed it mashed banana and gave it water. It did have a diaper that was changed.
Oh,
but yeah,
I want to pet him.
That's how you get a weed monkey to begin with.
Yeah, a lot of weed.
I think I love you, Marcel.
And Marcel the spider monkey.
Is he named after Marcel Marceau?
Don't know, but good outcome for Marcel there.
Yeah.
Wasn't Marcel the name of the monkey on Friends?
I don't know. I'm going to find out real quick.
Yeah. Google, what was the name of the monkey on Friends? Marcel.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. There you go.
Huh.
Dude probably got super fucking baked watching Friends, had a hookup for a monkey, got the monkey, and just like, you know what? Marcel's a pretty good name for a monkey. I wonder where I got that.
Kevin, we know somebody that could have easily fallen into this trap.
Oh, okay. I need to tell you the story about... If you've read my comic Coda's World, you're familiar with the character Monkey. Mm-hmm. So the guy that Monkey is based on, during one of the later stages of our early friendship, decided he needed a pet monkey. And we drove to every goddamn pet store in the Tri-County area. And all of them were like, we don't carry monkeys. And we finally found this one dude that was like, explaining the process of how you get a monkey, and like, you have to have like papers for it, and they have to be healthy and everything. And my friend goes, well, do you have like a used monkey, like one that's missing a leg or something? And the guy just, get the fuck out of my shop.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, don't ask for used, secondhand, broken monkeys.
Definitely not. Jesus.
Yeah. So you'll piss off the pet store, apparently. Anyway, God, I'm glad little Marcel is okay now.
Yeah, Marcel.
I would have given him a better name. I don't know. It's like, to me, every small monkey should just be named something like Peanut.
Aw.
I mean, Peanut is a great name for a monkey, right?
Yeah, I think Peanut's a good name for a monkey.
Yeah. Mike, how about you? What would you name a monkey?
Well, if the
authoritative, if
the monkey was had a propensity for throwing poop, I'd name him Trebuchet.
Ooh, fancy.
Not
Okay.
Corporal Flinger.
Oh, whoa. Oh, Mike, you could call him Howitzer.
Howie for short.
Howie the Howitzer Monkey. Oh, I like it. How about you, David? What would you name a monkey?
You know, I don't know. I don't foresee myself ever getting into that situation.
Sure,
but
hypothetically.
You know what? I'm a simple man. My cat is named Zelda. I think I would name the monkey Diddy, as in Diddy Kong.
Okay, no, that works.
Yeah.
Not
that's the problem.
Not
That's
after the
problem.
other
So
Diddy.
It would have to be Diddy Kong, not just Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy Kong, or when you dress him in a little white suit.
But here's the thing, like that kind of rolls off tongue. Hey, Diddy Kong, Diddy Kong,
Diddy Kong. Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that. Man, good names. Good names. I don't know. I still just Peanut is just what I'd name a monkey.
Yeah, no, the Peanut's a good name.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
This
I'm
has
just
been
imagining
monkey
having.
naming.
I'm sorry.
This has been monkey naming.
I'm just imagining having a monkey now named Peanut that just rides around on my shoulder and he's my best friend.
And he poops all over
And
you.
that is not how that would play out at all. So, yeah. No, that's the thing. It seems cool, but like, you can't raise a monkey.
Not alone.
No.
But as a tribe, we could.
It takes a village.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Changing those little monkey diapers all the time.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't think I could do that.
Speaking of little monkeys, my cat's up here being a jerk.
Well, that's Zelda for you, speaking of.
Yeah.
She heard you talking about the idea of another pet, and she's like, you ain't getting shit, boy.
Right. No, she was taking swipes at me, too. She's mean.
Damn.
She's mean. Yeah.
Damn.
She's the boss.
I've just had Gretel keeping me company all day, getting in my lap. She's been a sweetheart.
Everybody else has like a peaceful cat. My cat's a little hellion.
No, Ginger.
Yeah, no, Ginger is a goblin.
Ginger craves blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, but
Cat
usually when
Veratu.
people mention their cats, like, oh yeah, my cat's so wonderful, sits on my lap, and meanwhile, I'm just like, my cat has shredded my hands.
Well, so in my experience, that's girl cats. You want a laid back, lovey, cuddly cat, get a boy cat.
Oh yeah, Mr. Conti was
Not
the
always,
sweetest boy.
That's not like that's a generality. Like, it's not because like I've known boy cats that are very skittish and don't want to be touched.
I've never met an unfriendly male black cat.
Oh.
So there you go. You want a lovey cat? That's what you look for.
It just gets you a familiar.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Oh man, I was a witch. I had a familiar.
Shit. Well, you're just more evidence.
Crap.
You're digging that hole for that bonfire deeper.
That's okay. If you burn me, I don't have to pay taxes this year.
Kevin, if we dumped you in the lake, would you float?
That's tough. I don't know, because I'm not fat anymore.
But how full of gas are you?
I can't. Oh wow, that's a tough one.
It depends
if you
on
ask Dusty.
what he had, for lunch that day.
Yeah, if it's cheddar peppers, I'm gonna float out of the lake into the sky. But
Rocket
you're going
propel.
to ascend to the heavens.
yes, Kevin has become a dirigible. Speaking of British accents, guys, it's time.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. For everyone's favorite segment of the show,
I want to meet this everyone and beat them up.
it is time for Phantoms and Monsters Theater. Welcome to Phantoms and Monsters Theater. I am your host, Lord Kevin B. Wellington, and this week we have a choice. Thank you once again for your indulgence, gentlemen.
Okay, so here's the thing. You get a fancy fucking title. I think Mike and I each deserve fancy fucking titles.
What, the Kevin B. Wellington thing?
Yeah, yes,
Sure.
I think we've both put in our dues. I think we are both due to be knighted.
You fucking didn't come up with one. Do it.
Oh shit. Well, then I'll have to think of one. Hit me up on that next week, and I will have something.
Okay, that's your assignment for next weekend. Weird. Both of y'all need to come up with your own fancy ass name.
Now, is it just knighthood, or are we becoming lords?
Oh, it's Lord.
Okay,
Because
okay,
I am
okay.
Lord Kevin Beef Wellington.
Like, I'm the only one who gives a shit here. Mike's just like, whatever. I'll
Mike's
come
got
up with
pizza.
something
I'm
when we
also
record.
stuffing pizza in
Mike
my
has
face.
pizza. He envies no man right now.
Yeah, like, he has 2 tracks. Right now he has pizza and he has podcasting. Currently, he's on the pizza track.
Yeah, he doesn't need anything really right now. But anyway, so I'm going to give y'all a choice.
Uh-oh.
You can choose number 1 or number 2. Do you want the pee-pee or the poo-poo? Which one do you two want? Come to a consensus.
I'm going to say 1.
Okay, Mike?
Funny, because I was thinking 2.
All right, Thunderdome it.
Can't we get beyond Thunderdome?
Like, Kevin, are we talking about, like, literally? Is it
No,
number 1 and number 2?
no,
or
it's not literally related to pee-pee and poo-poo.
Okay.
But I have 2 options, and I would like you to choose.
I know how we can do this. Does Discord have rock, paper, scissors symbols?
Maybe.
All right, wait.
Okay, in host chat.
How about I just
not
concede and we
not
go
in
with
host
number
chat.
1?
Private DM to you, Kevin, where one of us does. Yeah.
Okay, Mike just conceded to you, David.
Oh, well, that ruins the whole bit, because that would have been fun.
Well, Mike's eating pizza and can't be bothered to find
I'll
those.
do David's thing.
Okay, all right. Y'all both send me a private message with a rock or a scissor.
I have to find them.
This is stirring radio. I
Yes,
love it.
stirring. This is why we need to start doing video podcasts.
Thank you for going with my dumb fucking idea.
Yes, your completely visual idea in an audio medium.
Well, it's a good way, because then nobody knows who's
You
the first
sons
hit.
of bitches, one of you has to choose something that's not scissors.
We still fucking did the same thing.
God damn it. Oh my God.
This is great.
Riveting.
Okay, Mike already deferred to me, so yeah, we'll do 1.
Okay, all right. God damn it. As soon as Mike...
do it again. Do it again.
Do it again? Okay. All right. All right.
All right.
Mike sent 1. David? All right. All right. David chose rock.
No.
David won.
It would have been so fucking funny if Mike sent rock too.
I was actually expecting both you to send scissors, thinking the other one was going to change. Oh my God. Okay,
This is how we decide things from now on. No matter what the context is, we're going to play rock.
actually, I'm kind of okay with that. I got no problem with that. This is good. This is good radio. This is why we're going to get picked up by iHeart eventually.
Yeah,
It's good dramatic tension. It's like Critical Role.
Oh yeah, no, I got a poo-poo so bad. I'm so tense from this. So this week on Phantoms and Monsters Theater by Rock, Paper, Scissors. Articles from Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. Upright hide behind deer seen in eastern Iowa. And I want to say, I wish Phantoms and Monsters would stop using AI-generated images for their articles.
Ugh.
We did it first, and we stopped. Every image we do now for the show is lovingly handcrafted in Photoshop. So,
Yeah, I'll still fuck around with AI. Like that deep moose thing was funny, but also like
the deep moose was hilarious. But like, we're not gonna use it for like the show anymore. So, it's been ages since we have. So, anyway, quote: we saw 7 to 8 feet tall, bipedal, spindly legs, gaunt with protruding rib cage. It/they. Seriously, you don't want to misgender the deer.
Thank you for not misgendering the deer.
Yeah. It/they would lean out from behind a tree in the forest behind our house. I received the following account. Guys, this is great. We're going into a not deer that played peekaboo. All right. My daughter and I have regularly Gotta get a new voice eventually. My daughter and I have regularly and reliably seen a, quote, hide behind from my kitchen window. A hide behind. This eventually led to us learning the truth about the Midwestern mythical creature. We saw 7 to 8 feet tall, bipedal, spindly legs, gaunt with protruding rib cage. It/they would lean out from behind a tree in the forest behind our house. If you moved about, it would pop back behind the tree. We never saw more than one at a time, but there seemed to be more than one, as height varied. Are you telling me you saw fucking babies?
Now these are supposed to be deer, right?
Yeah, like I'm guessing not deer.
Yeah, okay. So, like, number one, I already see, like, the appeal because they could just disguise themselves as a tree.
Sure.
With no leaves on it.
I'm just picturing, like, you know, the weird, like, a combination between, like, the modern version of a Wendigo and that deer from Adventure Time that pulled its hooves off.
Yeah, it shows is fingers.
Yes, that's it, that's what I'm picturing.
Oh, man.
We sometimes saw it multiple times a day, but the behavior was always the same. It seemed wary of us, but if we stayed out of sight, it would lean out into view for a few seconds.
I was shy.
When we sent the dogs out...
They let the dogs out.
God damn it. It would run off into the forest after it, but never chased it into view, so that told us nothing. I viewed it through a rifle scope. Oh no. Don't shoot the mythical creature. I viewed it through a rifle scope and this is making me think, honestly, of Skinwalker Ranch now. Anyway, through a rifle scope, and I got a good long look at it silhouetted against the snow behind the trees. It was really creepy, like a Slender Man or something. I could determine height by going out and measuring the tree we saw it next to. I, of course, did not shoot it, since you should not shoot what you cannot identify.
Well, at least they had some,
Fucking hell, yeah. And the only large bipeds hereabouts are people, though nothing human is that tall or narrow. We knew
you do realize, like, people aren't all, like, 4 foot wide, right?
Yeah, I disagree. What about Yao Ming?
Oh, man. Yeah. Or, what's his name? Manute Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We knew the local legends, Eastern Iowa, and this matched the description and behavior. I need to know these legends.
Yeah, no, it's an actual thing. You can look up the hide behind. I think there was a Pecos Bill story about them, and I know that there was like a Gravity Falls thing about them.
Okay.
Yeah.
We dug out our trail camera, but solved the mystery before we got a chance to set it up. Sorry to disappoint, folks, but we solved the mystery, as I'm sure many have before us. As winter sets in, the deer like to stand on their hind legs to eat the tips of pine tree branches. What? They are scared of people and will always do it behind trees, but every so often, one that is sick, starving, had twins, or gave birth too late in the season will be desperate. The desperate ones will lean out to get the untouched branches given the house. What? The desperate ones will lean out to get the untouched branches given the house, but if they sense movement, they duck away. P.
What? P?
It always ends with, like, the initial of the person that wrote it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, it's great. Animal cruelty again. I really got to start, like, I'm not going to vet these. I don't know who I'm lying to.
What this is telling me is we need to do another American Cryptids.
I kind of feel like we got to do that. Like,
and I think each one you could probably pull a Phantoms and Monsters story.
Oh yeah, I mean we got to talk about hoop snakes still, which is fucking great. Have you ever watched that Tex Avery cartoon?
No, I think I did mention hoop snakes.
Did you? That's right, you did. Okay,
yeah,
my
it was
bad.
the jackalope, hoop snake, and something else.
Yeah, we got a lot to cover eventually, but
yeah,
that's Phantoms and Monsters this week. I don't know. Starving deer is not a great way to end an episode.
Well, and that's why you refuse to believe it and think it's a hide behind.
Yeah, I've never heard of a hide behind before.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of new to me.
It's interesting, like, how often we just hear about some regional fucking cryptid we've never heard about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, imagine the first time I heard about the Alabama booger monster.
Right.
Which, Bigfoot. It's just fucking Bigfoot in Alabama. That is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Mississippi Mudfoot. Again, Bigfoot, but in Mississippi. So, that should have been the Jackson baseball team, Mike.
Yeah.
The Mississippi Mudfoots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like it.
So how many cryptids are just reskins of Bigfoot?
A lot.
Yeah, it's like playing a mobile game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, pretty much. Or Final Fantasy, where it's like, oh, you get to the higher levels, it's the Blue Wolves now.
Every state has a Sid, and in this case, Sid is Bigfoot.
Yeah. Fuck you. Oh, man, I hate that. Now, I will say Australia still has probably the most interesting version of Bigfoot, and I think we talked about this in Big Feet and Sweaty Men's, the Yowie.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because
that's the manga about the two guys who love each other, right?
No, that's I always say Yoi, but the thing about the Yowies, its feet are on backwards.
Yeah, that's right.
It seems like it wouldn't be able to stand up very well because bipeds generally lean forward and their feet are help point forward.
Here's the thing: the ankles may be up by the toes.
What?
So you're
this is a guess.
Point? What's
so you're saying it's
I don't fucking know. I'm just saying. I'm like sitting here thinking, well, the ankles. What if the ankles were back by the toes and the heel was up where the toes go?
But even like even things with hooves, the things with like the smallest, well, not smallest, I guess, but the smallest contact patch on the ground, the hooves generally still kind of have a forward.
No, I gotcha. I gotcha.
You run into a Yowie and it goes, sometimes my knees bend back.
I will say the Hide Behind was a fitting way to end an episode that is technically a tribute to David Lynch.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, the table is red, the chair is also red. So yeah, it's all weird.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So that's it for this week, guys. So David, have you got anything you want to plug?
I just, again, this is like, I'm missing David Lynch pretty bad. So I just want to say, like, tomorrow may it be filled with blue sky and sunshine, and hopefully it's a wonderful day.
That's nice.
That's how he used to sign off his radio show, or his weather reports.
Oh, right. That's where he sat in a dark room and looked out the window, right?
Yeah. He had his, like, little radio set up, and he'd do this. It was like, it's wild, like, all throughout grad school, like, every day I was commuting, I would always end up hearing the David Lynch weather report. And he'd always, like, throw a song out at the radio station, and they had to scramble to get the song to cue.
I'm going to miss him.
Yeah.
Again, not a huge fan of some of his stuff, but a huge fan of the man himself.
Yeah.
Like, that is a man that committed to weird.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just feel like if you looked in his head, it'd just be spiders and Eraserhead. Well, Mike, you got any plugs?
No.
Anything? Nothing at all?
Nope.
One day Mike is going to have a plug and the world is going to fucking end.
Yes.
We say that every week, but yes. I'm reading Stormlight again, and apparently I somehow missed like 90% of the book the first time, and it's really fucking good. So go read Way of Kings if you haven't. That's my plug for the week.
There you go.
So thank you, everyone, for listening. If you would like to learn more about the show, you can head to supernatpod.rocks. That is supernatpod.rocks. You will find a link to our Discord, which we invite you to come to the Discord and join the community. We have got nightmare memes being made by Abby, and you're going to love them. And you can also find a link to our Patreon, our store, and every episode of both this and the Distraction Hall. And it's got all the other stuff you would expect to find. So, yeah, that's it for this week. We'll be back next week with another episode of Weekend Weird and some lovely formal names for the other guys. So, we will see you then. So until then, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
Bye.
Poop, I guess. Booger.
I'm going to say something too.
Perfect.